this presentation, you will learn about rationalization as explained by Max Weber. Rationalization is the process in modern society characterized by efficiency, predictability, calculability, and dehumanization. Rationalization has not only transformed the modern society, but has played an important role in the development of capitalism. A rational society is one built around rational forms of organization, technology, and efficiency, overcoming religion, morality, and tradition. In his work, The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism, he characterized rational capital as the most fateful force in our modern life. It is difficult to point out one definition of rationalization, since Weber operated with a number of definitions of the term and often failed to specify the definition he was using in a particular discussion. The rationalization process that Weber described in one social structure or institution was usually quite different from the rationalization of another structure or institution. As Weber put it, the process of rationalization assumes unusually varied forms, and the history of rationalism shows a development which by no means follows parallel lines in the various departments of life. Kalberg identifies four basic types of rationality in Weber's work. Practical rationality. It is defined by Kalberg as every way of life that views and judges worldly activity in relation to the individual's purely pragmatic and egoistic interests. People who practice practical rationality accept given realities and merely calculate the most expedient ways of dealing with the difficulties that they present. This type of rationality stands in opposition to anything that threatens to transcend everyday routine. They distrust all impractical religious or secular utopian values. Theoretical rationality. Theoretical or intellectual rationality involves such abstract cognitive processes as logical deduction, induction, attribution of causality, and the like. Unlike practical rationality, theoretical rationality leads the actor to transcend daily realities in a quest to understand the world as a meaningful cosmos. Substantive rationality, like practical rationality, but not theoretical rationality, directly orders actions into patterns through clusters of values. Substantive rationality involves a choice of means to ends within the context of a system of values. One value system is no more rational than another. To Weber, substantive rationality is the only type with the potential to introduce methodical ways of life. Thus, in the West, a particular substantive rationality with an emphasis on a methodical way of life, Calvinism, subjugated practical rationality and led to the development of formal rationality. Formal rationality involves means to ends calculation. Formal rationality arose only in the West with the coming of industrialization. The universally applied rules, laws, and regulations that characterize formal rationality in the West are found particularly in the economic, legal, and scientific institutions, as well as in the bureaucratic form of domination. Ritzer highlights 6 basic characteristics of formal rationality. Calculability, things that can be counted or quantified. Efficiency, finding the best means to a given end. Predictability, things operate in the same way from one time or place to another. Replacing human technology with non-human technology. Non-human technologies, such as computerized systems, are viewed as more calculable, more efficient, and more predictable than human technologies. gain control over an array of uncertainties. Gain control especially on the uncertainties posed by human beings who work in or are served by them. Irrational consequences. Rational systems tend to have a series of irrational consequences for the people involved with them and for the systems themselves, as well as for the larger society. The conflict between substantive rationality and formal rationality have played a particularly fateful role in the unfolding of rationalization processes in the West. Weber used rationalization most powerfully and meaningfully in his understanding of the modern Western world, especially in the capitalist economy, as an iron cage of formally rational structures. Weber described capitalism and bureaucracies as two great rationalizing forces. In fact, Weber saw capitalism and bureaucracies as being derived from the same basic sources, involving similarly rational and methodical action, and reinforcing one another, and in the process furthering the rationalization of the Occident. In Weber's view, the only real rival to the bureaucrat in technical expertise and factual knowledge was the capitalist. The works of Max Weber focused on the problems of the Western civilization with the rationalization and demystification of aspects of modern life. There was a growing disenchantment of the world with the radical transformations in social life. By rationalization, Weber meant the process of making life more efficient and predictable by wringing out individuality and spontaneity in life. For Weber, growing rationalization results in what he referred to as the iron cage, in which the individual is trapped by the systems of efficiency that were designed to enhance the well-being of humanity. Thank you for watching the presentation. Do like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments about this presentation or any other topics you would like to learn more about.